All right, it is Monday, November 2nd. We start November in the stock market. Let's do it. All right, the top gainers today, EIGI. This is probably some buyout or some merge with a company. It wasn't the best gainers today, that's for sure. With the election coming out, the last week and a half, top gainers have been pretty weak, like not the greatest of action. SUP, S-U-P. Just made a move pre-market. Came down the 145 line. It held pretty good and then bounced 155. Line to line, this is pretty good long. Draw your line right here, and it went up. Pretty good long. On the 5 minute, get it a 10 minute. See your 145, see it climbing. So it's a pretty good move there. Pretty gain that. It was probably like a 60-cent gain possible, so not that bad. SUP, 40 million in volume. All right, DBVT, this is a great short. Once again, remember, you start low, you start mid, or start high. When you start high, the chance of it going down are highly increased because the move's already gapped up so much. And then this made a 250 move, then dive down, and then this faded. And you have your 20 EMA over your 13. Remember that? Reverse 13 over 20. When this is going down, yeah, it's a complete short here. You reverse, see the lines here, your 20 over your 13. So there's no way this is going to break through long. See, this was a fake out here. You see your 20 over your 13. It didn't bend down. It didn't, like on this move here, when this was the way up pre-market. Was this pre-market? Yeah, this is 5:45 a.m. And then this came down. And then you can see, so after this, you can see the washout, and then this went down. So you can pick these moves up a lot on small caps, and you can see how they move exactly. So that's going to mean that high move, and then it fades. Now look at the daily here. Let's see what this did. You had the big gap here. You have 4 line, you have 250 line. He brought it. And a lot of it's manipulated, very easy. Everyone knows where lines are. They brought it right to this 250 line. That's right where the bottom of the gap is. And then they brought it to 3. Yeah, they could have brought it anywhere here, but they brought it in between this gap, like 3. To almost the whole number. What was the high here? 298. Say nothing's exact. And then it fades down. So, yeah, these moves are so manipulated. You can see what they're doing exactly. You had to move up here. As soon as this right here, and this didn't hold, it was going down. But you can see here, see this move so up high up here, and then move down, move down. You're not going to see a break up like that. You'd have to start here and work its way up all day. See the pattern? So here or even middle could go this way, this way, this way's down. ISIG, very choppy here. 1 all the way to 130. AIHS as a quick pop-up. DGLY was really one of the best gainers. Not the top gainer, but set a move right here of 240. And 244 was that high line. And look at it here, these hammers out. Hammer out the bottom, hammer out. Took off the 3. 310, came back, consolidated 270, and took off again. So, this is a really good long here. It's over, 70, 80 cent gain. And the way it went up, too, it's very good momentum here. So, you can play this line to line, too. There's PAR, P-A-R-R. Excuse me. Ugh. Exhausted. I got to get to the gym. Ugh. TCDA. 575 moved to 675. Look at that nice little dollar move and came back. VISL, Visalink, 135 to 150. SONM, this rode up pretty fast. It came sideways. Lumber liquidators. Yeah, it's had the big move down back in September, sideways, and went up again, double topped. But the low got higher here, so this was a really nice move today. You could have a hurricane too affecting next week, it looks like. It could be the south, possibly, I was reading, so that could be a factor too, maybe. That was a nice move. FTCH, quick pop up. ANPC, huge move up pre-market. See this? There's another high move, and then it fades. So the move was already here, and then it fades. That's why it's so important. Low pre-market, mid, or high. If you have a low move, the chance of it going up like here to here, let's say this started at 325 and moved up all the way to like 5. So that's the move you want. Then you'd have a great long for this stock, but it didn't happen. Oil States, OIS. Three there. It looks like a possible move. SOL. Move up, move up, move up. 3. This is a nice long here. It's on the daily chart. BLRX. This is the former runner. You know, this slid down from the 30th and then pretty much held that 2 line. Now this one's a little bit different. You had to move high here pre-market. It's pretty high. It went down, you know, right here. It'll be tough to get in. I don't like these candles. And then it came back down again. And you can clearly see over 210 this was wrapping around, but and then it made it back up again to this like 238 line. So not bad. Tougher trade though. LI 2150 all the way to 23. It's pretty good long. ADAP. 450 all the way to 510. ACB, Aurora Cannabis. It looks like a bottom here. 4. Yeah, it's like a triple bottom. This might break up. There's a good chance to break up. IGC. There's DNOW. DNOW hit a double bottom right back here from March. Did it again. This might get back to 5 or 550. It's not a big mover. CVA. There's Tilray, and this is battling that trend line right here. So this is a pretty good long. Cron. There's Cron trying to pull up. CGC, Canopy Growth. See the line down here? And this broke 21. Really good move today. Just made that move up. See these 3 candles and look at it consolidate at 1950, and you got your EMAs right here. That's why it always connects. Everything makes sense when you put it together. And then it took off. Mohawk Industries ripping. There's GGAL. This one down, sideways, down again. Really coming up now. FLR. APHA. This is another pot. Another pot move. Just trying to fill that gap. That was a good shot here. So Yeah, that's the top gainers list. We had like 9, 6, 1, 3, down the list like 20, 32, 43, 20. So kind of a mix of lists, not the best gainers. DJI was a nice long. Soup wasn't bad. Sup, soup, whatever. Sup. So not the best of gainers today. There's some moves today. Yeah, you had to catch a few of them are pretty good, like I said, but it wasn't the best day for long. Some good shorts. In the market today, the market really rallied with hopes of, it looks like, I think they're assuming a Biden win. And there's still no stimulus. And coronavirus cases are still out of control. Dow Jones plus 423, S&P plus 3980, NASDAQ plus 46, small caps plus 3392, VIX didn't fall that much, 3716, 2.26%. Commodities, gold was up 1896, 1625, silver 2415, crude 3697 was up 3.33%. So let's take a look at some movers there. Here's S-Tal, this moved up, and then it looks like it's going back down. It's trying to hold these EMAs. It's tough to say if, this is the move here. And then we're going back down here. It looks like a double top. There's TZA, this is going back down. All these are following pretty much the same pattern. FAS is back down. So it looks like SOX is trying to get back down. So looking like the bearish ETFs, and the move is over. Let's see UVXY. This moved a little bit and it's coming back too. They're all coming back. ERY, this is coming back hard. Oil going up. So your bearish ETFs are taking a breather. This could be a market, bottom here. Maybe it's priced in. It looks like a lot's priced in. I would assume we would be down today. We're expecting unrest too with whoever wins. This is, pretty crazy. Let me put in, there's UDAO. Trying to get these lines that connect pretty much. All right, so you had to move here. This was below here on UDAO. This is very oversold. You're at 16, which is always a good buy. You want to buy low. Look at all times here. You buy. Well, that didn't get that far, but right here. And then here was a little fake out, a little move, and this took off. And now we're back here again. So you have a gap above, which is always good. From here to this trend line to here to here to here. This is looking like it's getting to, if we get back up, maybe 85. So it's not a bad long from here. If that's the move for now, we'll reach that trend line again. It could be a nice gainer. UDAO. All right, here's SPXL. This is bullish S&P. Same type of pattern. You have this open gap here. Trying to go up. See how we're far away from the 1320 EMA? Very oversold. So this is a clear double bottom. See that wick? That's a hammer wick too. So we'll see how that moves. The only thing here, see from the high too, you have high's getting lower, lower. And then as this comes up, what was the high on here? 65. That was like 62. And we could come up to 60. Maybe we break above that. We'll see on that. How this plays out. TQQQ. Now I did a little something different here. This looks like the July load at wick connects to here, connects to here. So it's getting higher. And this might break back up from the high to low here too. The high is getting lower. This might break back up to, 145, 150. Very oversold, so we could get another spike up there. That's all off the lows in here. So yeah, I thought we were going lower though. See, I thought we were going to reach that full line. This didn't come down to that line necessarily. Unless it's a fake out, which has happened before. There's Faz. It's definite touching these lines. Soxel. Soxel doing that. So that's what looks like a trend line there. See this? We're at 1746. We're back at that point back in, September, and then it's really took off. So, the whole trend is still higher. So this looks like a very strong hold. See the weekly. Weekly, we're still crossing down. Unless this is going to try to come up. So, okay, so it says your daily. 4 hour, that looks like it's a cross back down. But every time we hit these, we're getting knocked off. So it's not 100% confirmed right now. I mean, overall, we're oversold and it can stay flat, but it still can go down a little bit. So LABU is oversold. There's Nougat. This is in this channel down. DRX trying to come up. There's Defend. This is at a 17. This came down hard, 3 candles from 1126 to a low of 857. Then it did touch 842. You tried to cross over here, but it's still below 20. Very oversold. When you have below 20, I would call it extreme oversold. Around 20 to 30, it's oversold. It's filling this gap. This is another one. And from the high, it's getting lower, lower. Tried to break up here now. I mean, I look for maybe 11 here. This loop down. It's as low as it's been since. All these moves back since May. Broke through all July, August, September. The weekly showed 2 really bearish candles. Hasn't been that bad since June. And now it's showing green. So this might be trying to cross back up now. So this could be the move for a lot of these stocks that it's in. BA Boeing. I thought this was going to 140. If you draw these lines, didn't quite get there. Oversold. This could come right back up to like 165 and Boeing. But here's DIN. DIN is completely breaking down now. Trend line right here, and it's at 1, 2, 3, 4 lines. It's at an 868 oversold level. Here's a weekly still crossing down, which isn't a good sign. Nails very impressive today. You have a connection here, all the way across here. This is the first really big candle. It's outside this wedge. Look at this. Very tight wedge. And this finished really strong. Pretty much high of the day. You're at a 972 on stochastics. I mean, 20, like I said, oversold. Under 20, getting extremely oversold. 9 is You know, it's pretty much extreme you can get. You can go as low as I've seen. You rarely get to like 0 or negative. I've never seen that. I've seen 1, I've seen like 5. So this is a big wash down. And cleaning my screen here. You know, the trend is still up on this too. This came back September, October. It's coming back either 40 line here. It pretty much held, went slightly below. You're far away from EMA, so that's a good sign. This could run up to there, maybe bounce back down. You know, overall, I think we're going to get back to, you know, 60, 65. I don't know, a few months. Maybe by December rally. I think we can get to 60 again, 55. $660. But just look at that level. It hasn't been as oversold. You had March. Came back in June, and then there's July. Almost like a double bottom. Touched that 20. Never really went below necessarily. And then you had September, pretty good drop. And then October, but you had divergence getting higher. So this is the biggest drop since March. That's why I like it. Let me see the weekly now. I mean, the weekly showing it's a good candle. Look at this as dropping too on stochastics. You had a strong line. When you have the reverse, see this was going up the whole weekly from March to like October. It was never a sell. Then it came down. Now we're down. Now, you know, we're trying to cross over. Is this going to be another move down before we go up? Because this is straight down. Or is this going to, like, week by week, it's always I'm going to wrap up and turn back up? That's a deep dive here on stochastics. Or is this week we start to turn up? To be determined. But, you know, that's a big move outside of this. Didn't go down today, so. All right, so that's where we stand on this. We'll see what happens tomorrow with the election. There's top, this one up, huge cross, like I said, then came back down. Groupon has earnings. I think the 5th, so this is going sideways, the divergence up, so it's looking more bullish. There's overstock. This is the daily. Trying to come back up right here. You know, on the weekly, this is still going down. Getting really oversold now, though. CNK. It's made a move up here, then back here. Party City, this is a really nice move. You have the move out of the wedge. You have sideways, held. That looks like a nice little F pattern, and this is going to come up oversold. We could come up here. Maybe to 250, that 250 line. Some casinos, you have Win. It's breaking back up again. That 70 line held. LVS trying to come up. Hawaiian Holdings. Just trying to find support. ALK, Alaska, Southwest. So the airlines are kind of choppy. I think cruise lines had bad news because they said they weren't allowed to have people on board yet. So these are still chopped. This is a massive triangle. It's either gonna, I mean, it looks like it'll be breakout eventually. Because every day news is going to get better from closer to a vaccine, but we'll see. RCL. This is a big drop. RCL gap and dropped again. There's CCL. QCL, see the stochastics down. It's a rolling stochastics down. And it looks like it's going to roll and then eventually, I think, break out there. So Pennsylvania Trust, I think this is, I saw on CNBC, this is going bankrupt. Pennsylvania Real Estate Trust, I think so. This is getting really crushed though. A lot of these REITs, this is smoked. Financial. MFA, IVR. So, yeah, these are crushed. These are down here not doing anything. So, see what else we got here. Red. Try to find a bottom at 9. Let's take a look at the VIX. The VIX is at 37. So we made that move up. See this move all the way up? We're all the way up here. 37. We're trying to cross down. This is very overbought now. The weekly still climbing a little bit. Do we get one more spike? Yeah, the monthly is up. Here's the 4 hour, 2 hour, 1 hour. They're all crossing down. So is there one more move left in this? Hard to say. Seems like everything's priced in now, because why would we move up today that hard of the election? It seems like I think everyone knows who's going to win. I guess it looks like Biden's going to win. They're assuming. UVXY just come down. This will probably come down to your 1320 EMA. And if it keeps going, it'll drop all the way back down. Thought it'd be a bigger move at this triangle. That's a huge triangle. I thought we go really up hard, but it doesn't look like it. That's why you never know in trading stocks. You just don't know. FSR, it's a big move up. IMD 7450. DraftKings still in this tight channel, right at that 35 level. Let me see the weekly in this. See the weekly? It's still, we're crossing down. It's trying to come out. It's probably going to do like one more little move, then come back up. That's why this whole move was down. See this? You have red over white, your stochastics level. It's bearish on the weekly. The daily, it's getting very close. I wouldn't say there's much more downside. 35 goes, you're going by each dollar till 30. Uber, WKHS, Workhorse Group, that's another tight wedge. You have a cross in the weekly, which could mean it's ending its down move. A lot of these are great down moves, and you're going to get a chance to get back in. And it's like ebb and flow, down in the market, up in the market. We're in a down trend, a lot of these stocks. BSX, smoked. AMC, total garbage. Here is FSLY, total flat stochastics, 273, totally buried. Sorry, here's Altria Group. Rocket Mortgage is now a big wedge from, pretty much beginning of the stock. See it? And I think we're going to break out of it. We're at 1083. Bloom Energy is getting smoked. And that's getting close. Look at that. It's down to 449 stochastics. What's TRVN? TRVN has a nice move here. Overstock. Here's AMAT Applied Materials. This was down and back up. HPQ. USFD, US Foods Holding Corp. Is at a 1561. This went all the way up to 23, filled that gap, and they pushed it back down. This was a good long here too, over 2050. Nice gainer. Dollar gain is going to be most time 500 to 1,000. You can't beat that. FTI. Remember to call this little stock? What's this? 7%. 3 days in a row, green. It's a nice move. PEIX trying to show support. MRK. GSX. Netflix. Going down the list here. Run. HYLM. Man, this is tight. This is so flat. One of these moves, you're going to bust up like $5 probably. PM. Philip Morris. There's Geo. Move down, then back up. BYND. Beyond Meat. Look at this, all the way down. It's at a 3 stochastics. Just no matter how far. This is going to break back up. Very oversold. There's up. Cisco. Trying to get back up. It's at a 1590. This could move way back up here. Bloom Brands trying to hold. Trying to hold this line here. Novavax. DDD. Here's Navi, Navient Corp. Move here, move here. You have a gap here. That's a really good move today. And at a 15. I'll probably move it up to here. This is pretty clean. The way this runs is very clean. You here, you chop, back and forth, break up. Trend line, move up, trend line. And this clearly looks like a trend line. You get 1, 2, 3, 4. It's at a 15 stochastics. And your next move should be near 10 again. So that looks like a nice long. Car auctions, this is another one I pointed out. Look at this down here. 3 days now, real strong. This could go right back to 16, 17. There it is, FLDM coming out of tight wedge. Went all the way up today. Really nice move. I'm joking. TBRE, CCC, BLDR. So, yeah, there's some good swings developing. It looks like a lot of these stocks are trying to move back up. Yeah, the market, small caps are still leading, not as strong of plays. You got to pick your spots, not the best of plays, long and short. A lot of them are short plays. And that's what it looks like right now. Now, it looks like, volatility's cooled off a little bit. Maybe stuff's priced in right now from the SPY. So we're hugging that 100 day again. Look at this right here. Bounced up again right here, 330. And then that hammer, I mean, is that the move again? We didn't really get touched there. I thought we were going to come down to this 200 moving day. It didn't happen. Let's see, quarterly, showing a big bearish monthly. And the weekly is trying to hold that 330 because that's the last moving average. Then you got down to like 313. Get a 4 hour here. And it's got to get over 331. It's going to be another fake out, and then tomorrow we get it back down. The election going to be contested. Tough to say right now. I just thought we were going lower. Everything was pointing to we're going lower. Here's nail. Yeah, the March dive. See the histogram? That was way deep. I mean, this is pretty good. This is the worst one yet. And you have, for me, I use all these moving averages. I don't use anything else like 300 or, I mean, you could add that, but we're going to 35 possibly. But that looks like a move out. This is out of this wedge. Clearly out. And the 4 hours trying to come up. You have a histogram, first green candle in the histogram. We're at 38 now. That's extremely bullish. 2 hour. So, and the whole trend on this, see, this is getting wider, the move's wider. I think we're getting to get back up to, 50. December rally, probably get back to like 65. The way this has been going, because this is the largest pullback since March. You'd hear like a rolling one, then down, then we just took off. You would hear, and then this was a little bit higher, and this really dropped down. So we didn't quite make it to there, though. There's the 200 right there. But anyway, so that's where we're at. Tomorrow, be careful. Could be volatility tomorrow. If they think they know who's winning by 4, it could be extremely volatile. Although the market, maybe that was it. Maybe they're priced in that Biden's winning. I don't think that, the civil unrest, I don't think it seems to be overrated at this point. I don't know. So this day I thought we continue down. And like I said, I thought on that SPY, we're going to move here, just push down, maybe not a huge down day, but drift to that. And then finally that washout we wanted that 200 day, but it didn't happen. And even RSI, see this, we're not getting below that 30. You want a 30 washout RSI, but it's not happening. Anyway, that's it. Please subscribe and like the channel. We are out for now. Peace.